My name is Natalie Lau, and I am going to be discussing Finding Superman, Debating the Future of Public Education in America by Watson Scott Swale. The first chapter in this book is a precursor to the rest of the book and touches on general topics. And one thing that really stood out to me about the first chapter is comparing the United States to Finland. One of the things that they said Finland does for their schools, and one of the reasons why Finland is so successful in their academics, is because the teachers are less supervised, have more freedom to teach their children other topics other than just math and English and reading. And they also have equal funds distributed through their schools, and the students are not tested as much. I believe that if the United States did do this, that the students in the United States would also be successful in their academics. One of the big problems in the United States is that funds of schools are not equally distributed, and schools such as charter schools and schools in richer communities tend to have better resources than schools that are in poorer communities. And this is a big factor in how to engage children in learning. If children do not have the necessary resources to engage them in learning, they will choose not to learn. And this is a big problem because this means that many of these children will drop out. If funds were equally distributed, I believe that all children would be successful academically and all be college ready. Chapter 2 touched on myths about charter schools. One of the myths on charter schools is that they are much better than public schools. This is not true, and actually only 17% of charter schools are, and 46% are the same as public schools. This shows that there are not non-academic ready teachers to teaching children in all schools. And that I don't believe that these teachers should be fired, but I do believe that these teachers should be measured not on students' test scores, but maybe be observed on areas that they need to work on their skills. And they should have skill building workshops for these, development days, and more mentoring in these areas. I believe the teachers had more mentoring in United States schools, that this would definitely be an impact on their teaching skills and ability to teach children successfully. Another thing that really stood out to me about Chapter 2 is them saying that teachers are the reason why children are failing. That is 100% not true, and that students failing is a number of factors, and the number one factor is outside of the school and is poverty. They compare us to Finland, saying Finland is so successful in their academics, but Finland only has a 4% poverty rate, while the United States exceeds 20%. This book, Finding Superman, is debunking all the myths that were facts that were stated in the documentary Waiting for Superman, and I'm glad that this book is deciding to debunk the facts that Waiting for Superman had, because a lot of those facts made me mad. I am looking forward to reading the rest of this book, as the first 2 chapters had a great insight as how to make schools better in the United States and reasons why the schools in the United States are not doing as well as they could be.